Welcome to the Rec Center, the West Rink, as we've got boys high school hockey action coming your way on a Thursday night here in St. Louis Park. It's the Orioles against the Trojans. St. Louis Park hosting New Prague in AA boys high school hockey action, and we're going to have a blast. My name's Kevin Falness, along with Tommy Rempfer, and it's been a while since I've seen you, partner. Glad to have you back in the saddle. Where you been?
It's awesome, man.
Have you been dodging me?
No, you've been. You got another job that's a little more important in the evenings that you're taking care of. But I've been here a couple times without you, and you, thank God, filled in for me once when I was sick, and so it's good to be back.
We've had some fun throughout the course of this season, and the St. Louis Park Orioles have had some fun too. They've just got 2 games left, both at home, including tonight, taking on a New Prague team that's 15-6-2. A tall task for this Orioles team, but they've won 7 of their last 9 overall and 4 straight at the Rec Center. They've built themselves up a nice 12-11-0 record, and they're looking to add to it here, coming down the stretch, heading into the playoffs. This will be a great test, though, for them, Tommy.
Yeah, it certainly will. They right now they're 1 point ahead of the Trojans in the Metro West Conference. So this will kind of determine whether the Orioles can stay in 4th and maybe even get up to 3rd, or if they'll drop below New Prague. So we'll see what happens this evening.
There's your starting goaltenders in the home whites. It's going to be for the St. Louis Park Orioles. Josh Middleton with a 6-2-0 record, a 3.12 goals against average, and an .899 save percentage in the traveling dark jerseys. Senior Cole Murphy, make that a junior, Cole Murphy between the pipes for the Trojans, 9-4-1 with a .902 save percentage and a .276 goals against average. So we are underway, puck is down, and the first period is going hot and heavy already. Of course, out there for the Orioles, it is Griffin Crone, leads the team with 20 goals on the season, trying to add to that ledger here. Puck knocked away, though, by those dark jerseys, and they get it back out to center ice. They try to. Instead, they put it into the bench and throw it in with Brad Drazen and the rest of his coaching staff.
Yeah, the Trojans coming in here with a pretty high-scoring team as well. Their leading scorer, Will Seymour, has got 21 goals, 30 assists for 51 points on the season. So he's someone, number 10, a senior, that the Orioles are definitely going to have to watch out for this evening.
See the ref barking instructions to the wings, saying get outside that circle. They do so. They get the puck down. Park finally gets a shot towards Cole Murphy, but he watches it go back behind his cage, back up to the left point. Here's where it's played by Betzer. Betzer looking for room, searching for a passing lane, shooting lane, finally hands it off to Hurdy. Hurdy with a wrister. Redirection by Ryan Moran. That goes into the end wall and out to the far corner. Centering pass, just fanned on it by Hurdy. Comes back out to the point, and New Prague finally get it out to neutral ice. They'll dump it in. Middleton waves at it as it goes into the far corner. Put up on the right half wall, grabbed by Moran. He has it taken away, and it's Park that returns the favor. Brennan Hogan with it now, down the left wing with speed. Surrounded by black jersey, but gets the wrister. Easy glove hand save by Cole Murphy. Faceoff coming to his right. 15:36 left to go in the first. 2 shots on goal, both of them for the home team.
Yeah, you can see the shot there from kind of far out with nobody in front of him. That's a pretty easy save for a junior goalie at this level.
Haney on the draw here for Park. He wins it, but it's a speed effort there by New Prague to get it out of their end. Led by Engelking. Taken away by Tony Cruz. Cruz dumps it in. Piper going after it. Out at center ice. Battle for position. There's Haney again. Just tries to dump it in, but it's intercepted by Christensen of the Trojans. Top here for Park. Wrister way off target. Into the near corner. Schrader looking for it.
Nice step up by Schrader there to keep that play in the zone.
Ends up back at neutral ice, though, and here's Haney with it, trying to get it back out for Jansen again. Jansen runs off to the bench. In front of the scorer's table, now in front of Drazen and the Trojan staff. Nice effort here by Griffin Crone.
Nice effort by the Orioles here early. There hasn't been much action down in front of Middleton yet.
No, there hasn't.
Oh!
And shoots, he scores. Schrader with a wrister. I think it fooled Cole Murphy. Schrader should get credit for it. 2.5 minutes into this hockey game, the Orioles have the 1-0 lead on their 3rd shot of the game.
Yeah, you can see the replay here. Yeah, I think it did fool him. It kind of knuckled. Just went beat him over his shoulder. Henry Schrader, the senior defenseman, picks up the first goal for the Orioles here tonight. Get a big smile on his face.
Just inside the blue line, a good replay there. The wrister gets underneath the crossbar, and it's an early 1-0 lead. High scoring affair when these two teams squared up in New Prague back on January 20th. Park came out on top by a 9-6 final.
Yeah, I saw that.
High scoring affair. You were out? Did you head out there?
No, I didn't, but I just was looking at the score here to see if they had played before, and I saw that. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of scoring.
5 field goals, but this isn't football. They were all goals, so 15 goals on the board, and that's a bunch. Middleton was between the pipes in that one of his 8 games, one of his early games since getting back from that lower body injury. He was under siege for sure, but as the offensive firepower of his squad helped bail him out. Here he's helping himself out, shutting down the pillows in the blue paint, keeps that puck out. New Prague still circling. They're buzzing, shot taken, that goes off the end boards. Delivered by Seymour, one of their big scores, again in the blue line. That's a blocker save by Middleton. Home run pass, set for Ryder at the red line. Tries to leave it, but it's again surrounded by those black jerseys, and now here comes Beckius. Beckius the shot. Pad save by Middleton, just kicks it in with his paddle into the corner. Now here they battle for position in front of Tyler Broderson and the St. Louis Park Orioles bench. Bumped in there, but just over the red line, so they don't have to worry about icing. Murphy plays it, leaves it for his defense. And here they go again. Turnover at the blue line. Out to the red line, out to neutral ice. Beckius trying to quiet things down here for New Prague. St. Louis Park will have nothing to do with that. Trying to put on a good show here for the home fans. Last remaining regular season games for these two teams as they come down the home stretch of the regular season.
Yeah, the Orioles will finish against the Jefferson Jaguars.
There's a turnover. Fanned on it, though, did Jansen. Just to the left of Cole Murphy. Breathes a sigh of relief. Sorry to interrupt you there.
That's okay.
Murphy leaves it for his defense. At the near half wall. Back out to center ice in front of Roberson and the Park bench.
Nice kick pass there off the boards.
Haney stands on his dump in, but it works anyway.
Drew had a big game the last Orioles game. He had 2 goals and 2 assists out of their five goals they scored that evening.
That's fantastic. Good to hear. Engelking with a shot. Another one from a long ways out. They haven't had much from inside the dots except that one main little flurry. Here comes Jansen, though, trying to get something going one-on-one. Nice stick move, stick save, stick defense move by Hubner. And he takes Jansen off the play as he just bangs him into the end wall.
Yeah, big hit there. Nice job by the defenseman to not let him get any room or separation.
One leaves it. Turnover right between the circles in the low slot. Middleton kicks it out of his blue paint. Anklem again, dumps it into the near corner. To the right of Murphy. As he hopes his team can get it out of their end, and they do. Sam Fuller in his own end. Over for Cruz. Cruz dumps it in, and we got another stoppage. It looks like it probably hit the bench.
Yeah, hit the player coming off the bench there. He was still out of play.
It's a big shot by Hubner. Another blocker saved by Middleton. But like I said, that was top of the circles. He's had that one flurry that was directly in front of Middleton. Beyond that, everything's been well out of arm's reach. Play is underway. 11-13 left to go in the first. Schrader with the only goal in this hockey game.
That was number 10, Seymour, their leading scorer there. You got to watch out for him. He's out there behind the net with the puck.
Yeah, we know the combination of Ryder and Crone very well.
Yep.
Combined for 38 goals and 86 points for St. Louis Park. But like you said, their top line is prolific as well. Williams, Berg, and Seymour have combined for over 50 goals. Park with it, just able to get it over the line. Actually, they didn't, and it ends up being an offsides call. Taking it all the way down, though, so that must not have been offsides.
No, yeah, I couldn't figure out what they called there either. I was wondering the same thing.
In that last game, Tommy, I was just looking at it. Griffin Crone had 4 points. Max Ryder had 5. Sam Fuller had 4 points in that 9-6 win over New Ulm back on January 21st at the New Ulm Community Center. It was, or I'm sorry, New Prague, at the New Prague community center. Just a high scoring affair.
Ooh, that was a laser.
Sharp wrister. Had some heat on it as it missed its target. Went just high and wide of Middleton and his cage.
Nice poke there, Hogan.
Into the far corner. Craig, the Trojans able to beat him to it. And now here they come through center ice with speed. Beckius with it. Tries to weave through 3 Park defenders. That ain't going to work well for anyone. Now here comes Park, able to create the turnover. Hogan with it again. Leaves it for Schultz. Schultz drives the net, takes the rip. And it's a save by Murphy. Came in with speed down the left wing, cut to the net. And somehow Murphy got his glove on it.
Boy, did he ever. He's nice job there, and he picked him up and just blew right past that defenseman and was able to get it to the forehand. Kind of fanned on the shot a little bit. I think maybe he was trying to go up high and over the shoulder, but
regardless, face off to the right of Murphy. Haney thrown from the circle, in comes Piper. The Trojans able to win it though. At the far half wall. Through center ice. Dumped in, Middleton grabs it with a stick. We'll jump it up. Almost the home run pass for Jansen. That just failed to click, but here comes Piper. Grabs the loose change. In the near corner, sends it around to the far side. Big check delivered by Jansen. And here comes the Trojans with speed down the left wing. Nice defensive effort there by Betzer, but it's a turnover between the circles. Big hit delivered by Henry Schultz. Absolutely caved Eric Berg just inside the blue line.
Looking down at the puck for someone to pass it to, and he didn't see the Orioles player standing right in his face.
Good lesson. Don't do that. Trojans have to wait for the touch up. They do it. Dump it in. Now Betzer behind his own goal. Near half wall. 3 Park jerseys looking for that puck. But somehow, New Prague comes away with it. The Trojans up top now for Simon. Dumps it into the far corner, left here by Betzer. They'll wave it around for Piper. Piper out to center ice. Picked up by Berg, though. He'll dump it in, and the Trojans have to touch up. 8:32 left to go in this first period. St. Louis Park with the 1-0 lead over New Prague. 2.5 minutes in. One of the first few shots of the game. It finds the back of the net. A little bit of a tricky wrister there right underneath the crossbar for Henry Schrader, who grabs his 2nd of the season. Middleton doing his best Alex Stalock impression, just winging that puck all the way around the end boards.
Yeah, after watching quite a few of the Orioles games this summer, it is fun to watch him play because he's not a goalie. He stays in the crease.
He gets bored easily. He likes to make his own entertainment.
Yeah, he'll come out and he's not afraid to play the puck, pass it up the line, maybe even get an assist. I think he did have an assist in one of the games I saw earlier.
Ryder left this one for Crone, shot taken, saved by Cole Murphy. Murphy's been busy. Middleton, things have picked up for him as well, just a little bit. Shots in favor of the Orioles, 6-5. There's that big hit. Clancy is actually the guy that took the brunt of that blow that was delivered. Face-off from the left of Murphy, won by New Prague. Nice work here by Hurdy. Hurdy digs it free, sends it around the boards. Grabbed by New Prague, kept in at the blue line though somehow. No, it wasn't. The ref disagrees, and they're going to call it offsides.
Hand pass, I think they called.
Hand pass, so that's going to go all the way down. It appears so. So Middleton's going to get some company down on his end with 7:30 left to go in this opening frame. 1-0 in favor of the home team. Looking for their 13th win of the season, and like I said, they've won 7 of their last 9 overall. Pretty decent season here thus far for Tyler Broderson, but of course they've got bigger and better aspirations than just getting a 13th win. They want to go into the playoffs with some
yeah, I think they're definitely looking forward to sections, and I think they're glad to see Josh back in the net on a regular basis. He'll be a big factor in how far the Orioles can get in the section tournament starting probably next week, I guess it would be.
Yeah, it's coming up on us fast. I can't believe it. The girls have already advanced to the state tournament on that side, and that means the boys are right around the corner.
Did Benilde make it from our section, did you see, or don't you know?
I do not know.
Tomorrow night.
Section final, okay. I know there's teams that are have already advanced, and there's some section finals too, like you said, with Benilde.
Oh, there's a puck.
The crease here. That one just didn't get through. I like to see that pressure in on the blue paint. That one did not materialize. Here comes Williams, knocked off the puck here by Park, and now Louis Piper up the right wing. Piper, nice little jump move to get past the defenseman. Didn't work that time. He'll put that in his back pocket, maybe try it again, but here's a poke check by Seymour. He'll punch it up the sideboards and take it in by himself. Drop pass very nicely, and that shot just fails to find its mark. Goes wide of the cage, and Middleton again breathes a sigh of relief.
Great back check hustle by number 11 there for the Orioles to get back and get a stick in that guy's face. Otherwise, he would have had a 2-on-1.
Another shot saved by Middleton. Just closes the pillows on the great drive by Dylan Clark just inside the right point. But Middleton shuts down the 5-hole at the last second. Here's that nice little drop pass by New Prague. The Trojans with the shot and just goes wide of its mark.
Still able to get it off, even with Jansen all over him.
He was all over him. Middleton was there with the glove. If it found its mark, it didn't. So he just waved at it as it went by. We're back underway. Henry Schultz with it. Has it taken away by the Trojans. Got it back on his stick and sends it up to the left wing for Max Ryder. Ryder steps over the blue line, does a little bit of a twirl, leaves it for Tony Cruz.
Oh.
Back for Henry Schultz, saved by Murphy. Puck goes all the way back out to center once again. New Prague, a mad rush to the bench to get some fresh bodies out there, and a nice play on the forecheck by the Trojans. This will be Engelking with it. Engelking under duress, tries to hand it off, and instead it's grabbed by the Orioles.
A check by his own player off the puck.
He was trying to hand it off. The other guy thought he must have been the other team because he was trying to hit him. Ryder with it, back for Crone, over for Ryder, playing a little game of catch. There's another shot by Crone, 2 shots, another save by Cole Murphy. Couple of 2-3 whacks at it by Griffin Crone, set up nicely by Max Ryder, but Cole Murphy seals the cage.
That's the second time Griffin's tried to go up, been right at the doorstep there and tried to go up high over the shoulder, and both times Murphy's been able to stop him.
Getting some shots on goal, though. 10 shots here by Park. Only one has found the back of the net, but they skate with the 1-0 advantage. They win this faceoff. Owen Anklem hands it off for Hogan. He takes the shot. It's another glove save by Murphy, so we'll get a faceoff once again to his right.
I've been following 28 there, the sophomore defenseman Owen Anklem. He's been putting up some numbers the last half of the season. I think for the first maybe half of the season, he had 5 points maybe. He's got 17 assists now and 21 points, so he's been getting a lot of ice time, and he's been rewarding Coach Broderson for that.
I've been impressed watching him. He's been skating a lot on that third pair, so he doesn't get a ton of ice time, but when he's out there in the games that I've watched, he's definitely been noticeable.
Big kid too, not real thick, but he's tall. He could fill out maybe a little bit and add some muscle to that blue line.
I'll tell you this much, he's got a brother coming up through the ranks who can play too, that we're going to be watching in the next few years.
It's good to hear.
Yeah, there's some good talent coming up through St. Louis Park in the younger ranks that I watch on a pretty regular basis, so it should be fun to watch St. Louis Park for many, many years to come, and that's a good thing for all of us that live in this community. 3:54 left to go in this first period. Park skating with the 1-0 advantage. Lewis Piper has it. He's rubbed out of the play there on a nice Kurt Giles type hip check. Thrown into the sidewall. I'm throwing out all the Alex Stalock, Kurt Giles. The younger generation has no idea what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
But just trust me, I'm talking about good character people.
Yeah.
And both of them happen to be, have good Minnesota roots.
Yeah, that was it. Pengy, the Pengy hip check.
There you go. How about Keith Ballard? That's another guy who could throw the hip check. There's a shot from a long ways out by Betzer. Kicked aside by Murphy. That one goes right through the blue paint. Unable to grab it in was Jansen. Looking at it at the left dot from that same position. Centering pass by Betzer. Goes back behind Murphy. Trojans try to clear it, but they can't do it. It stays at the near half wall. Grabbed by Haney. He'll send it around the far side. And New Prague finally able to get a breather as they dump it in, and they will do so at the expense of icing. Just under 3 minutes left to go in this first period. Park out shooting the Trojans 13-6, and they lead 1 rip on the scoreboard. There you go. That's Ballard. That's Giles. That's a hip check. A textbook hip check to the Trojans there on the far half wall. That was a good one. Can never. If it's clean, a hip check is a thing of beauty.
Right, it is.
It's when they take out the knees that it gets a little hanky, but that one was clean. Nothing wrong with that one, so good on New Prague and that hit delivered. 2:45 left to go in this first period. St. Louis Park with the 1-0 advantage. If you're just joining us, welcome to ParkTV. Paul and Leah are in the truck. We got Andrew, Nick, and Cam on the cameras. And of course, my buddy Tommy Rempfer here calling the action along with myself. I'm Kevin Falness. Welcome to St. Louis Park. There's a turnover from just up top the left circle. Driven aside by Middleton. Down to the 2-minute warning. Shot from the left point. Drops in front for the Trojans. There's the hit, make the hit, and instead, Ryder
That's
a little too shifty. Fresh off the bench. Hurdy has the puck end up on his stick. Now it's handed off for Crone. Crone out for Ryder. Ryder with it at the far circle. Up top for Schrader, looking for his second of the game. Out for Hurdy. Centering pass, intercepted. Dumped out harmlessly so they can get a change and get some fresh bodies. Down to 1:44. Dumped in by Hurdy. Waved at by Murphy. Up the far corner, this will be Williams for the Trojans. Played by Betzer. Dumps it in pursuit. It's Brennan Hogan. Leaves it for Moran. Up top. Shot from the long ways out. Another bouncy puck. Shoots. Oh! Hit the far post. Murphy dodges a bullet there. The net comes off its moorings, but that would have counted. Had it found the just over the red line, that would have been across right before the net came off, and it bang hits that one right there. And it remains a 1-0 hockey game, but only by the smallest of fractions. Yes,
that was very close to going in. The goalie deflected there and went up almost over the goalie's right shoulder there.
And he had no idea. That's like the goal the other night that fooled Philip Gustafson. It goes off the shaft of Brock Faber's stick, ends up over his head. Had no idea where it was until it was in the net. Same exact thing there, except instead of going in, hits the post, and it remains a 1-0 hockey game. Haney with it now, kicks it free to Jansen up top. Dumped into the near corner by Owen Anklin. Here come the Trojans. Not much of a push there by New Prague.
Icing?
Must be icing as it'll come all the way back down. The score, St. Louis Park touched that, but regardless. Faceoff coming once again to the right of Murphy, who's been busy and lucky in this period.
Orioles have definitely been putting the pressure on lately. I've seen New Prague stuck at 6 shots on goal for about the last 5 minutes. So, and the Orioles are racking them up. They're up to 14 now.
Yeah, a lot of the action has been to our broadcast left, and that means St. Louis Park with those 14 shots have been keeping Cole Murphy busy. Under a minute left to go in this first period. You heard the announcement. High stick on the play. They wave it off. And here comes Crone. Crone with it again, tries to get his own rebound, bouncing around there, popcorning around in the circles. Kept in at the left point by Betzer. His shot finds the far corner. Kept in at the right point. And now it's Fuller with it. Craig probably just happy to get out of this period if they can, unless they can mount one last rush, and here they come. With speed down the left wing, toe drag to his forehand. That's a lot of white jerseys in the way. Lead pass for Max Ryder. Ryder to his defensive partner, takes the shot. Here comes Fuller. Behind the cage, it's Crone. At the far side, up to the right point, takes the shot. That's knocked down with a high stick at the buzzer.
That would have counted if it had gone in.
And the Trojans will breathe
There's the replay right there. Deflected off his own defenseman.
Yeah, hit the defenseman almost like in the chest, right between the chest and his helmet. That was Dylan Clark that got in between Cole Murphy and the shooter. Keeps it a 1-0 hockey game, and that's where we are after one period of play. It's Park the 1-0 advantage. Only goal in this one thus far, 2.5 minutes in on the third shot of the game. Henry Schrader with his second goal of the season, 7th point. Gives Park the 1-0 lead in a period that I think pretty well belonged to St. Louis Park, Tommy.
Yeah, it certainly does. Like I said, the New Prague stuck on 6 shots for about the last 7 minutes of that period. So started out kind of back and forth. Orioles obviously getting the first goal early is a big lift for them. And then they kind of put it on at the end there. I expect more of the same here in the second period. Switch sides, get longer changes. Maybe the Orioles can open things up a little bit too, especially knowing they got Mr. Middleton back there in goal for them.
He was perfect through one period. 6 first period saves compared to 13 for Cole Murphy, who faced 14 shots. 1-0 is your score after one period of play. We'll step aside, they'll resurface the ice, and then when we continue, we'll bring you the second period right here on ParkTV. From St. Louis Park West at the Rec Center, I'm Kevin Falness, that's Tommy Rempfer, and you're watching and listening to ParkTV.
We got out of Washington State, and I think a week after, State went on lockdown for COVID.
So then when we transitioned to Texas, it was very much so like, what are we going to do now?
Operation Homefront has allowed our family to make something of ourselves again in the world after the military.
It's completely changed the way our life is. It took us from a hopeless situation, and now we're homeowners. We have a savings account. I'm the first one to own a home out of my siblings.
And just like that, we're back for the second period. Welcome to the West Rink at the SLP Rec Center. Kevin Falness along with Tommy Rempfer getting ready for the second period here of the St. Louis Park Orioles taking on the New Prague Trojans as we return to action. We remind you the Orioles are up 1-0 thanks to Henry Schrader's second of the season. Gives the Orioles the 1-0 advantage. Just 2.5 minutes into this hockey game, that's the difference here. It's certainly Cole Murphy's been a little bit busier on one end of the ice. The Trojans netminder stopped 13 of 14 shots faced. Josh Middleton on the other end of the ice, a perfect 6 of 6. So that sets the scene here heading into the middle frame as the Orioles continue to battle here, looking to build upon this 1-0 lead. Like we were talking about at the end of the first period, Tommy, felt like as that period went along, things were going very much in favor of the Orioles. Yeah,
they certainly were. They outshot them on probably 7-6 to nothing at the second half of the period. So ice was definitely tipped the other towards the Orioles. Now let's see if they can come back.
False draw there. I could see the left wing Connor Williams for the Trojans saying, well, what's going on here? Top lines for both squads are out there. Fuller on the dot for the Orioles. Eric Berg out there for the Trojans. They reset the clock to 17 minutes, and they're going to try it again. Ref having a nice conversation, as you can see there. Thanks to our camera crew, Andrew, Nick, and Cam doing an awesome job. Paul and Leah doing an awesome job in the truck, as always.
As always.
And we welcome you back to ParkTV. This time it counts, and we are officially 5 seconds into the second period. Orioles up 1-0. Nice little buzzing play there by Fuller. Gets the rebound, tries to center it, but it's grabbed there by Berg, and he'll bring it up center ice. Get it out to the right wing. Centering pass again for Berg to the left side. Takes shot, saved by Middleton. Gets that left shoulder on it. Had an open corner, just couldn't get it up high enough. Wonderful save by Middleton with the shoulder.
Yeah, and then the puck bounced off a player and came right back in front of the net. Unfortunately, he was there to put that one aside. Oh!
Little bit of a collision back behind the cage. Middleton ran into one of the Trojans. I think that was Berg. They got tied up, and that left a wide open cage there. But they dodge calamity. Instead, on the other side, it's Max Ryder from the top of the right circle. Takes the shot. Murphy sends it into the protected netting. Here's that wonderful play by the top line of the Trojans. Takes a shot, maybe even glanced off the left side of his mask. I thought I saw it hit his shoulder, but then, like you said, the rebound comes right out in front there, and busiest Middleton's been probably all game.
Yes, it certainly is, especially two quick ones in a row right there. Yeah, and then I didn't see. All I saw was the New Prague player on the half wall on the other side and I looked at his shot and then nobody in net. I thought, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah, there was a little bit of a collision back behind his net. No worse for the wear. It remains 1-0 in favor of St. Louis Park. Here come the Trojans back out to center ice. Good play here by New Prague. Takes the wrister, saved by Middleton again.
He got a lot on that shot.
He did, and Middleton got his entire body in front of it. Keeps it a 1-0 hockey game. Hurdy from just inside the blue line. Wings one just wide of the cage. Fans on it was Hogan on that one. Back up top now for Hurdy. That one bounces just wide of the net. Off the end wall. Now to the right of Murphy. Back up top. Nice stick work by Schrader to keep it in the zone. Out for Hogan. He spins with it, looking for a pass. Gives it off to Hurdy. Back to Hogan. Hogan with it. Back up top to Schrader. Schrader with a shot. Glove save by Cole Murphy.
Looked like there was some good traffic out in front, but Murphy saw that all the way and put the glove on it. Two quick shots in the first period here for, and two good ones for New Prague. Gets them up to 8 for the period or the game now.
Cruz with a little shot, redirection, bounce free for Hurdy. He couldn't get his stick on it though. Goes wide, and now we're back underway. Live action here from the rec center in St. Louis Park. Dumped in by the Trojans, played by Middleton. He leaves it for Betzer. Betzer under duress, so he'll give it off to Anklem on the right side. Anklem looking for Jansen. He grabs at the blue line, centering pass here for Piper. Takes the shot, saved by Murphy.
Got a stick on that, you could hear that.
Aiming up big, shoulder delivered by Jansen. Jansen ready to do it again. Anyone touches the puck in his vicinity, he's going to make him pay for it.
That was a nice look down here in front of us by the Orioles player to see his teammate streaking down the left side there. Full speed to find him.
Anklem will bounce that one in on net. Knocked off the puck by Hubner in the far corner. Hubner sends it out to center ice. Just evades the stick of Piper. It goes all the way down. No icing on it, so they're forced to play it.
Yeah, I think they're saying maybe the Orioles player could have touched that at center ice, so they waved it off.
Murphy leaves it for his defensive core. Back up top. That's a big drive by Betzer, and he buckles Piper. Hits him directly in his midsection. Just a howitzer from inside the blue line.
I think he got him right on his right knee.
Piper tried to get out of the way, and he got the full brunt of that, like you said, on his right knee.
Here, we'll get another. Oh, that was okay. It was after that.
Just after that, trying to use the screen to his advantage, and unfortunately, he absolutely buckled his teammate, who was being helped off the ice here by Max Ryder and Drew Haney.
So Piper's just a little stinger, and he'll be back. That can be tough.
Louis Piper, a junior, 6'1", 195 pounds. 14 games this year. This will be his 15th. 5 goals, 7 points. So hopefully he gets a chance to put a little ice on that, get it all better. Hate to lose any guy for sure. Piper, a big part of this squad. Big hit delivered back behind Cole Murphy. The intensity picking up a little bit there. Max Ryder, the guy delivering that check.
Yeah, nice big hit back there. Make the player think about standing back there with the puck. Here's a chance maybe for New Prague.
This is going to be Eric Berg, their top line center, centering pass out there for Seymour. That just rolls off the stick, and
pass was a little behind him, and he couldn't quite get his stick on it.
Another big save by Middleton. Puck bounces around in that blue paint. Having to clear the crease is Henry Schultz, helping out his goaltender, but Middleton able to swallow that up, and we're going to get a face-off now.
Here's the big hit behind the net by Max Ryder.
Using that body. We know Ryder can put the puck in the net. He can set up his teammates, but obviously he can play the body too when he needs to. There's a shot of Louis Piper back there.
Another great opportunity for New Prague right there. They've had 3 in this.
That one comes from a long ways out. Middleton able to see it. Through traffic though, those are always a little sketchy. Shot from the right point, but Middleton able to hone in on it. Swallows it up, and we'll get another face-off to his left. Here it is from the far corner. Back to live action we go. Puck is down, and here comes Max Ryder with it up the left wing. Keeping an eye on Crone. Instead takes the shot, sends it just high and over the crossbar. Gets off the end glass, and now it's in the near corner. Crone looking for position, gets it off for Ryder. Ryder with it now. Blanketed by those black jerseys, looking for room behind the net. In Gretzky's office, sends it up to the right point for Schultz. Schultz, his pass gets a skate, and it goes over to Will Seymour.
Here's Josh Middleton. That's Josh Middleton right
all
there.
All by himself, leaves it for Crow, takes the shot.
Oh!
Saved by Murphy. Maybe we've got a little bit of a, touched it just a little bit. Goes wide of the cage and goes wide of that far pipe.
Yeah, I saw Josh back there after he made that pass. He's like, I want my assist.
Ryder again gives it up to the blue line. Lots of traffic in front of Murphy. He's able to finally swallow it up because there was a lot of commotion to his stage right. We'll get another face-off now with 12:31 left to go in
there. You see Josh all the way up, and the Orioles had a 2-on-1 as he found Max Ryder.
And it was a 2-on-0 for a long time.
2-on-1. That's what I meant.
And he was trying to get his shot. He found it, but it just goes wide of the cage. I'm still not sure if Murphy got a piece of that. Regardless, it goes wide of the far post.
And that's what a goaltender who will play the puck for you, not afraid to play the puck for you, will do.
Boy, and he sold it too. The way he had that sniper pose. Once he let it go, that was awesome. Another chance here. This one just jumps right in on net. Murphy has to, a little tense moment there. He's already been burned by a fluky one. He doesn't want to see another one.
Yeah, a little deflection out in front from Ryan Moran. Tried to drop it over
around. More like a super ball than it was a hockey puck. From the left circle, paddle saved by Murphy. Goes into the glass. Kept in at the line by Park. Another big collision behind Murphy. Directed out to center ice. This is where it'll be played by Anklam. Anklam finds Moran. He drives the net. Tries to get it into the center ice for Hogan. That just failed to click. Another one. This one for Moran again.
Great look there by the Orioles, Brent Hogan.
No penalties in this hockey game as of yet. Almost to the midway point of this hockey game. Park still hanging on to that 1-0 lead. Shots in favor of St. Louis Park, 18-10. Puck out at the red line for Cruz. Cruz on the right wing, looking for a toe drag, takes it. Save again by Murphy. 18th save of the evening for Cole Murphy, who shuts down the effort by Henry Schultz, who was once again driving the net.
Yeah, nice job by Tony Cruz there to do a little toe drag and get that. You can see him right here. That's after he beat the player. Oh, this is a different play. That's when the centering
Moran
pass.
looking for Hogan. Puck is down from the right point. That one goes all the way through. Murphy didn't like it, so he'll jump on it.
Probably a smart
play. Schultz and Betzer manning the points here, right directly in front of our broadcast location. On here, and Schultz has it at the right point. Turns it all the way around. Betzer's waiting for it. But a nice play by the Trojans to get it out to neutral ice.
Numbers.
Here they come. They've got a 3-on-1. Just failed to click. Centering pass goes into the near corner.
A little bit of a bouncing puck there. And the pass, he couldn't get it on the ice, and it bounced over his teammate's stick.
Just a 3-on-1 that developed out of nowhere. Very close hockey game. Felt like the Orioles were controlling a lot of the action, but still, it's just a 1-0 hockey game.
Right.
Cole Murphy's been good.
Yeah, he has been solid.
Puck back out at the New Prague blue line. Into the Park zone for Betzer. Circles in his own end, gives it to Ryder. Ryder on the right wing. Looking for a pass, keeps it. Drop pass at the right circle, leaves it for Haney. Backhand pass that hits the body, and here comes New Prague once again. Breakaway pass, shoots, save, misses his net. Wide open attempt there by New Prague, and now here comes Max Ryder. Ryder again, shoots, he scores! Ryder gets it on the blue line, takes it all the way in up the right side, keeps it this time, and buries his 19th of the season.
Short side on Murphy. Here it is in replay. Just beat him right below the glove, short side. I couldn't tell, Kevin, that puck, how it got to him so quickly out there. Was that the shot rung all the way around the boards, or did Middleton make another pass? Oh, no, it looks like it went all the way around the boards, and he just happened to be waiting up there for it. Max Ryder didn't waste any time putting that one home. The Orioles take a nice 2-0 lead with just over 10 minutes to go here in the second period.
19th of the year for Max Ryder. Looking to add to it here. Another one, this one's picks the top corner, tic-tac-toe tapping, and it's finished off by Griffin Crone. Just minutes after Park made it 2-0, on the very next shot, it's Griffin Crone with his 21st of the year to extend the lead to 3-0.
Excellent shot there by Griffin again. Pick that top corner right underneath the crossbar. Orioles got a little momentum here. Maybe we might see a timeout here from New Prague. Maybe I guess not. See, it looks like that with that Oriole, with Piper, who was injured. I think that when Ryder was out there and scored that last goal, I think he was double shifted. I think he was out there with a different mind, because I didn't see him out there with Crone or Fuller. So
regardless, by my math, that's 2 goals in 12 seconds. Ryder with his 19th, Crone with his 21st. And in the span of 12 seconds, this goes from a nail-biter. We were just talking about, as well as Park has played, it's just a 1-0 hockey game, but then bing, bang, boom, the 2 top wingers from that top line strike within 12 seconds and extend this lead to 3-0 midway through the second period.
And the Orioles opened up their shot lead again back to 10.
Completely different complexion of the hockey game now. I don't know how many breakaways Max Ryder has had. He finally gets one to go back behind Cole Murphy, and then it's followed up by his buddy Max Ryder, or by Griffin Crone getting one as well.
Wave off the icing, as I think they said the New Prague player could have played that.
Another big hit delivered by Max Ryder, though. And another one right in front of his bench. The New Prague player put right into almost into the Park bench. He's helped they keep him out right in front of Tyler Broderson.
Let's not forget right before the Orioles scored their second goal. That's offsides. Oh, they didn't call it. Middleton came up with a huge save on a breakaway from New Prague to keep it at a 1-0 lead. Otherwise, New Prague ties this game. We might be a different story.
Oh, big hit delivered. That might have been a little bit up high, and they do call it. It's going to be a penalty. It could be hopefully just 2 minutes for Ryan Moran.
Looks like they're calling him on roughing.
Okay. Moran doesn't like the call. The ref doesn't care, so Moran will go to the box and
you saw
serve
his left arm came up a little. I think if that hadn't flown in the air, I think they might have let that hit go.
The intensity definitely picking up, and that's what New Prague's going to need if they want to get back into this. We know that the St. Louis Park Orioles are high flying, and as we talked about, the Trojans have some pretty good player power as well, but right now, Park's just exercising its muscle, and this is a huge start to the hockey game for what could be a very big win for St. Louis Park coming down the stretch.
Yeah, New Prague comes into this game.
Looks like we got another penalty. This one's going to be on Eric Berg. He got tied up drawing the penalty. I think that was Wesley Smith. They got tied up back behind the play again in front of the Trojans bench. So that'll make it 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 50 seconds.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, New Prague's clicking at over a 30% on their power play, so that was definitely something to look forward to watching, and they negated that with a penalty at center ice.
They needed it too. They got a 3-0 deficit to make up. I don't know who this favors. I don't know either team well enough to know who 4-on-4 favors, but I like Park when they've got a little bit of extra ice.
Yes.
I know what Crone and Ryder can do, and now they'll get an opportunity to show it off. Cross ice pass, Owen Anklum leaves it at the point for Ryder. Ryder keeps it, looking for a pass, gets it up top for Anklum. Anklum looking at Crone, looking at Ryder, finally gives it to Crone. Crone with it at the near half wall, circles back up top.
It's on his backhand, so he can't do much with it. Here's a chance.
He's looking for a pass, but he drives the net. Nice poke check by Cole Murphy. Crone with it again, up top for Anklum. Anklum with it, out for Ryder. Ryder in the near half.
Nice move.
What a wonderful spin, takes it, drives the net, saved by Murphy again. Yeah, the open ice obviously favoring St. Louis Park right now, and one of their big guns is serving their penalty. Eric Berg not available right now as he serves the 2-minute minor. Centering pass here for the Trojans.
Great job
broken
by
up
Crone there.
by Griffin Crone. Already goal on the hockey game, and now he's putting his defensive muscle to the work as well. 2-on-0, 2-on-1 developing here for the Trojans. Centering pass broken up in part by Jack Betzer.
Just missed Michael Beckius in the front of the net there.
Save again by Middleton. Another save by Middleton. That goes right through the blue paint. Through the crease. It's up the bodies.
It's amazing how much just taking 2 players off the ice opens it up and gives the teams an opportunity to, skate with the puck.
Home run pass there for Ryder, picked up by Christensen. Christensen all alone. Nice little stick weave, and it's a pad save by Middleton.
Comes up huge again. A little lackadaisical on the Orioles there. They killed their penalty. Now they got a short power play.
Down to 6 seconds in that man advantage, so it won't be much of an advantage at all. In fact, shorthanded. It's the Trojans that throw it in on Middleton. He gloves it down. They dump it onto the ice, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey.
That'll be icing.
Face-off coming to down in the Middleton end of things. 6:25 left to go in the second, and Park up big 3-0 now.
There's a nice move by Sean Christensen.
How about the pad save though by Middleton?
Just stuck that leg out there and preserved his shutout for a while or more anyway. Hopefully the rest of the game.
Again, he got battered and bruised, gave up 6 goals in that last meeting with New Ulm, but did get the victory despite making 33 saves on 39 shots. Cole Murphy was between the pipes there for the Trojans in that first meeting, and he gave up all 9. Actually, he gave up 8. I think one went into an empty net, but 28 saves on 36 shots. So both these teams are explosive, and they were in their first matchup just about a month ago. But right now, this has been all St. Louis Park holding on to a 3-0 advantage led by their star wingers. Big hit back behind the cage. Ref didn't see anything with it. Berg trying to pull something out of the refs. That ain't going to happen. Here's the big hit. Berg goes for it.
Yeah, that was fine. I mean,
it looked a lot more vicious in real time.
Yes.
Just slow it down, and it lost a little bit of its punch.
I think from the fact that the new Prague player kind of turned into the Orioles player, prevented the checking from behind, which was something that the ref probably took note of.
Park with it again in the near corner. In the Trojans' end of ice. Trying to dig it free is Hurdy. But instead, it's the Trojans that are able to just flip it off to center ice. And in pursuit, it's Henry Schultz. Tailed by a couple of Trojans. To the blue line. Out to center ice. Moran trying to kick it to his stick. Gets it out to Hogan. Hogan with it now. To the point for Schultz. Schultz out for Hogan. Back for Schultz. From the right point. Gives it to Hurdy. Takes the shot. That goes through the crease. And all the way to the far half wall.
Good patience by the Orioles player along the boards in front of us not to just get rid of that puck.
Hogan's got it. He's looking for a lane. Thought about the Michigan there.
Looked like he was
I'm really pretty sure that went through his mind, and then he thought, I better not. If that doesn't work, we're up 3-0. I'm going to get my butt chewed. So he pulled it down, didn't do it.
It looked like he was going to turn the stick over.
So I'm not crazy. It wasn't just me that saw that.
Nope.
All right, here comes Hurdy. See if he can pull the Michigan this time. No, takes the shot. Pad saved by Murphy. Long ways out, bouncing puck on Middleton, and he's able to snare that. He'll return the favor. Home run pass for Hurdy, but it's offsides.
Yeah, I think that was a good call.
Oh man, that wasn't by much, but yeah, they blow it dead. Hurdy on the home run pass by Josh Middleton, they connect, but they say it was just a fraction of an inch offside.
Well, you know, it's funny. There was an official standing on the blue line right down here in front of us, and he didn't call it. So
here, now let's see if he was going to think about doing the Michigan. He's circling the cage, and that right there is where I think he was going to pull it up. Maybe it rolled on him a little bit, and he said, we're up 3-0. I better mind my manners.
I think if he was able to pick it up and it hadn't rolled off the end, he might have attempted it.
I don't know that I've seen a Michigan pulled off in real time. I've certainly seen the highlights. You know what I did see last year? When the Wild scored on their own, I don't know if it was last year, they had an own goal where they went to center a pass on a power play, a delayed penalty, and they put it into their own net.
Oh, really?
And I had never seen that in all my years of watching hockey. And
I saw it the Gophers, whoever they were playing once did it to them.
I think you're right, yeah. Oh, well. There's still time to pull off a Michigan regardless. Park needs this victory. Hopefully they can hang on here. They're playing good hockey, and this will be a good win against a very good New Prague squad. 3-0, we're under 4 minutes left to go in the second. Here's Max Ryder again. He's yanked down, and that's going to be another power play for St. Louis Park. Ryder trying to make a move. The hip comes out. They call it tripping, and Park's going back on the man advantage.
The defenseman lost it once there, and then he lost it again, and that's when he had to stick his stick out.
I thought it was the hip, and no, it was the knee, the stick, whatever you want to call it. He'll go to the box for tripping, and Park will have their first real power play of this hockey game. The last one was about 7 seconds. They're 0 for 1 on the man advantage, but now they'll have a chance to skate with it for a full 2 minutes, barring a goal. Behind the net, it's Piper. Good to see him back out there. He left the game hobbled.
Oh, yeah. Nice eyes.
Sends it up to the point for Crone. Back for Piper. Piper back for Crone. Crone out for Betzer. Just inside the blue line. Takes the shot. That goes wide. Rebound. That goes through the crease. And it remains 3-0. Power play down to a minute and a half left. Ryder with it now. Give him a head of speed, and he's going to be trouble. Looks for the pass.
Nice.
Keeps it. Drags it through. Lays the body out there, too, behind the net, and gets it out to his buddy Griffin Crone. Crone with it by himself. Out for Piper. Piper back for Crone. Crone with a wrister. Saved by Murphy. Another save by Murphy. Gets those pads on 2 low shots, but Ryder has it in his office. Circles around, loses an edge. No penalty on that one. Gets it back on his stick. Good players, that tends to happen for him. He's got
Puck
it again.
will find their stick.
Ryder for Moran. Back out to center ice, and we're halfway through this power play. Prague hustles to the bench to get some fresh bodies out there for the penalty kill. Left for Crone, takes the wrister. Goaltender did not see it, but Crone just misses the mark.
Orioles have stayed with Crone and now Crone's going off. Ryder's been out there for the whole minute and a half so far. Now I see he's going off too.
Yep. So some new fresh bodies there for the second power play unit for Park. Down to 15 seconds left to go on this man advantage. Haney trying to set Hogan free. Can't keep it in at the blue line, and that's Anklum with it now. Anklum dumps it in. 4 seconds left to go on this man advantage. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Minute 40 left to go in this second period. Park on top 3-0. Schrader started this goal scoring 2.5 minutes into this hockey game, and that was your score after 1 period of play. Go to the second, and in the span of 12 seconds, Ryder and Crone extend the lead to 3-rip. Ryder with his 19th of the year, Crone with his 21st. The top line flexing their muscle here for the home team. And Park is up big in the latter stages of this second period. Closing in on a minute left to go in the middle frame. Here comes New Prague, loses his edge. Nobody touched him. No call on it. Lots of New Prague fans in front of us. Some of them were a little disappointed there was no call, but there was no one by him. He just ran out of real estate in front of the net. Big hit delivered by the Trojans. Feeling the brunt of that, Tony Cruz. Was that Haney?
Well, that was Hurdy.
Hurdy, I'm sorry, Hurdy.
Hurdy got Hurdy,
yeah. That was a big drive right into the glass. Jansen looking for, he wanted to hit on that one.
Things getting a little physical out here right now.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that the Trojans are going to get frustrated the more this remains 3-rip. Another one just lost his edge. Jansen's flying around here. That's another kid that I've noticed a lot in the games that I've called. He doesn't get those top line minutes, and of course the bulk of the action is going to go towards Ryder, Fuller, and Crone. But I've really been impressed with the drive that Jansen throws out there. When he's he makes his presence known.
And that's what the Orioles need. They need something besides their top line to go out there and exert some, force and show some, so that the teams can't just concentrate on the Orioles top line. They got to play 2, maybe even 3 lines, depending on how things are going for the Orioles.
So all St. Louis Park here after 2 periods. Again, give you a recap of how things have gone through the first 34 minutes of this hockey game. There's that big hit delivered on Hurdy, just thrown into the glass. In football, we say that he was depleted. This is hockey. He was just taken off the ice. No worse for the wear, but just one of the big hits delivered there by either team, as the physicality has certainly picked up. Schrader starts the scoring with his second of the year, 2.5 minutes into the hockey game. Park outshot the Trojans 14-6 in that first period. Go to the second period, and at the 6:42 mark, it's Max Ryder with his 19th of the year. 12 seconds later, it's Griffin Crone with his 21st, and that puts the Orioles up 3-0 after 2 periods here on the West Rink at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. A good hockey game for the Orioles, an opportunity to shut it down, and second to last game of the regular season. They'd have some good motivation going into the playoffs. Some good the way they're playing right now, they should feel pretty good.
Yeah, they certainly should. And even though St. Louis Park outscored them 2-0, shots on goal were 10-8 in favor of the Orioles, so much closer game in terms of that. I will say that the first 3 shots that the Trojans had were early in the period, right in front, and then Middleton made another couple saves, a breakaway, and another chance where the Orioles defender got walked, and the Trojan player made a great shot. But Middleton, he's looked really good, probably as good as, maybe even a little better than Murphy. But he's still keeping that shutout going. I'm sure he'd like to get another one under his stats.
Well, we got to scurry to break. I got to get my chuck-a-puck ready. I'm going for that center blue line, that center blue dot right on the red line. And when we continue, hopefully I'm a rich man. If not, regardless, we'll bring you the third period as the Park Orioles try to lock down this 3-0 lead, try to extend it in the third period over New Prague. He's Tommy Rempfer. I'm Kevin Falness. Thanks for checking us out on Park TV. We'll be back with the third here shortly.
New message.
Department of the Social Security Administration. The reason of this call is to inform you that your Social Security number has been suspended for suspicion of illegal activity. If you do not contact us immediately, your account will be deactivated. For more information about this case file, press 1 or call immediately our department number, 326.
This is a scam. Thieves are misusing the Social Security Administration's authority and phone schemes to trick you into giving them money or personal information. They state there is a problem with your Social Security number or account. They claim there's been suspicious or fraudulent activity, and you could be arrested or face other legal action. They even spoof SSA's main customer service telephone number on caller ID. Don't believe them. Don't provide any information. SSA employees will never threaten you for information or promise benefits in exchange for information. In those cases, the call is fraudulent. Just hang up. If you suspect you've been contacted by an SSA scammer, call the Social Security Fraud Hotline at 1-800-269-0271.
So far, so good for the home team. After 2 periods of play, the Orioles holding on to a 3-0 lead over the New Prague Trojans. Kevin Falness along with Tommy Rempfer. Welcome back to Park TV here from the West Ring at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Boys high school hockey action here. And the Orioles are playing pretty darn well. Tommy, we talked about how well they've been playing coming into this one. They already led the season series with New Prague at 1-0, but they'd also won 7 of their last 9 overall and 4 straight at the Rec Center. 12 wins on the season, and hoping to build upon that not only tonight, but in the finale on Saturday against the Jaguars. Looking good going into the playoffs.
Yeah, they certainly are, Kevin. They started out the season rough, but that's because I think they had a little bit of a tough schedule. And like you said, the last half of the season, they've been playing really well, scoring some goals, getting some good defense, and beating the teams in their conference, which is what you need to do to finish up to on the top half of that conference where they stand right now. You can see they're currently in 4th place, playing New Prague, who's chasing them in 5th. Assuming they can hold on here, they'll put a little distance then. And then their last game is at home here on Saturday night against Bloomington Jefferson. Final regular season game for these seniors, and that'll be emotional for sure. Hopefully they can finish this one off though and go in there with a little I don't know, flurry underneath their skates going into that regular season finale. If you are just joining us, Schrader got the scoring started in the first period with his 2nd of the year. That was your score after 1 period of play, 1-0, but then things opened up in the span of 12 seconds in the 2nd period. Max Ryder scored his 19th. Griffin Crone scored his 21st. 6:42 was the first one. 12 seconds later, just like that, it's up to a 3-0 advantage, and that's where we sit through 2 periods of play. Josh Middleton stops all 14 shots he's faced, including 8 in the 2nd period. Murphy has stopped 21 of the 24 shots he's faced. We got a log jam right there at the sidewall. Breaks free, and it's sent down by Middleton, where he'll see the ref call an icing. So you should be up to date now on this hockey game. We talked about the rough start to this season. I don't think it was because Middleton was out, because his brother was actually playing well.
He was.
I was looking at some of those stats, but regardless, you get Josh Middleton back between the pipes. He comes in, and he's been 6-2 ever since reemerging. Between his numbers are probably a little inflated, and a lot of that's going to fall on the first meeting with New Prague. He gets the victory. It's a 9-6 advantage, but he gave up 6 goals in that hockey game.
Right.
But what's most important, not goals against or save percentage. It's about wins and losses. And right now, he's won 6 of the 8 games he's been in goal and on the fast track to winning 7 of 9.
Yeah, unfortunately, that game, his teammates up in front of him thought, well, if we're going to give up 6, we better score at least that many to get in the victories, and they did that.
Purdy on the draw now to the left of Cole Murphy. Big hill to climb here for the Trojans. They need to get one on the board early if they have any thought of climbing this big hill that they've made for themselves. Puck goes off the sidewall behind Murphy. Comes in with a 9-4-1 record, a 2.76 goals against average, and a 902 save percentage. But the Orioles, of course, doing some damage to that here on the evening.
Middleton waves at it, and like we said, he likes to play the puck. He's already had a couple of home run passes. Not an assist in this hockey game, but he keeps it up. It's just a matter of time. Shot by Clark.
Never got through.
Saw Middleton go down, put his legs together. Nothing got through to him. Cruz with it. Send it into the end wall. Batted away by Christensen for the Trojans. Squirts free for Moran. Wave at it, and he'll go to the bench. Get a line change. Betzer now. Tries to set up Jansen. Misses its mark. Easy save there by Middleton. Gets that right pad on it. Directs it into the far wall. And now Louis Piper.
Yeah, good to see Louis back on the ice after taking that puck to the knee.
Yeah, that didn't look good when it happened. I was glad it was him and not me. Regardless, they helped him off the ice. You could tell he was struggling, just sitting back behind Broderson and the rest of the coaching staff. And whatever they did, they worked their magic, and now he's back and not really all that hobbled. It might feel a little different tomorrow morning than it does right now. Gets the equipment off. Looks like we're going to have a penalty. Jansen skates first into the boards. I don't know if that's because of offsides call or if
I think they called offsides. I think
all it is.
Called, headed late offsides there.
He went rump over tea kettle and whoop, there he goes.
I don't know that that was offsides though.
I wasn't sure if it was offside, but they're actually calling it the penalty for tripping him, but remains 5-on-5 hockey, and St. Louis Park, I'm sure, is okay with that. Here's Ryder again, dancing free in the near corner. Uses that shoulder. Boy, that kid likes to play the body. I think he likes to play the puck. He likes to get his shots too, but here's Crone setting him up. But he likes to use that body when he has to.
Yeah, he certainly does.
Gives himself some room to skate. And that's a great asset to have.
Yeah, if you can figure out how to do that at this age, it'll carry you, to the next level for sure. He's got one more year even here with the Orioles, so we get to see more of him next season.
Yeah, that's fantastic news for everyone involved. Buddy Griffin Crone, 106 points in his career, added to it tonight with at least a goal. So he's up to 107 in 72 games. Ryder has 64 points now in 50 games as a St. Louis Park Oriole.
Both prolific scores here for the Orioles coming together this season and last. Been fun to watch them. It's always sad when you, like you said, the next game is their last home game. I don't know if they've had senior night or not yet. But
no, it's coming up on Saturday. I've been watching Facebook, and it's like a proliferation of, what a terrible word for me to try to spit out, but it just is mass spamming of, in a good way, of saluting the seniors and getting ready for senior night on Saturday when they host the Jaguars. And it's, all about the kids and their favorite memory of playing high school hockey, what they're going to miss most. And it's, I think a lot of them realize how great this is, but until it's gone, you don't realize just how awesome it is.
And you know who it's even more difficult on?
I do.
The parents.
Yeah, for sure.
I did it once. What was it? 9 years ago when my kid was a senior. And wow, you just, and you know this now. You got two kids playing in the association level. Yeah. How are they doing next door, by the way?
The Pee-wees lost 2-1. It was a tight game, apparently. They couldn't get the equalizer. In fact, they lost about 90 seconds left to go in regulation. My Bantam is playing here in just a matter of moments. So it's fun to watch. I love youth hockey. There's nothing better. But you're right. The time just flies by.
It certainly does. And, and then, your whole life and your family's life revolves around
the schedule.
There's a delayed penalty upcoming here.
Park with an opportunity, get the extra man out there, Middleton to the bench, so it's 6-on-5 here. As the delayed penalty is underway, they have to circle back out to neutral ice, and this is where Griffin Crone has it. Crone steps over the red line, finally touched by New Prague, and that'll give Park, I think, their third power play of the evening.
Looks like it's going on number 28 for Eric Berg got him for an elbowing.
One of the good chances here by St. Louis Park. Hogan with it. As you see by the replay, nothing comes of it. Remains a 3-0 hockey game, but Park with the advantage. Here comes Dupree trying to get something going shorthanded now. That's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to take some chances.
Yeah, they are.
Because again, they've dug themselves a 3-0 hole. Max Ryder doesn't care. Ryder with it on the power play. Loses the handle. Kept in by the Trojans very nicely. Betzer passes on the wing to Moran. Cross ice. Finally to the stick of Louis Piper. Piper back to Betzer. Betzer up the left wing. Get to the blue line, he'll just dump it. Chasing it down. There's Moran. It's back out to center ice. There's Jack Betzer again. Minute 12 left to go in the advantage. Go ahead.
I think Coach Boris would like to see little shorter passes there, not those long cross-ring passes.
Yeah, they got a little room to play with. They got the 3-0 advantage, but now you have an opportunity to put the hammer down, and that's what Ryder's going to try to do here. Ryder to Piper, back to Ryder. That fails the click, so Piper keeps it. Gives it back to Ryder. He's got it behind the New Prague cage. Off for Moran. In the corner, that's Piper. Piper trying to fish it free. New Prague instead gets it. And they send it, but it's caught there at the blue line by Betzer.
What a play by Betzer. Came over. He was playing the other defense side, and he saw that play potentially coming up the middle, and he moved over and was able to glove that down.
Piper tried to hand it off to Betzer. That just failed to click. Instead, they have to regroup. Big change here for New Prague as they get some fresh bodies out there on the penalty kill. Still 20 seconds left to go. Ryder with it, takes the shot. Saved by Murphy. Point-blank opportunity for Max Ryder, looking for his 20th of the season, second of the hockey game, but Murphy has other ideas.
Well, the Orioles need another player out there. They're playing 4-on-4 right now.
That was a little tip drill finished off by Piper, but you could hear the ting all across the great state of hockey as it caught the far pipe. Still 2 seconds left to go in the man advantage.
Here's that shot by Ryder. Replay.
All by himself.
Yeah, off the shoulder again, up and over. You know, I will say Murphy's done a great job of coming out and challenging the shots. He's not staying back in his crease. He's up on top of the blue, which the goalie coaches and those that are teaching him want to see him not be afraid to come out of the net to cut down the angle.
I know the Trojans are down 3-0. I think he's had a heck of a hockey game. Middleton doing his flash the leather.
Wow.
Right between the circles in the low slot, and it's a glove save by Josh Middleton.
Orioles got a little sloppy, let that the Trojan player come off the board with the puck and took advantage of it, and Middleton was up to the task.
Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Trojans with an opportunity here to put the pedal down if they can. Offsides will be the call, though. The Trojan faithful don't like it on the blue bleachers in front of us. And here's that intercepted pass, and it'll be Beckius that goes in. Backhand glove saved by Middleton. Flashes the leather. Perfect 16 of 16 on the shots that he's faced thus far with 9:39 left to go in regulation.
Orioles have their top line out there.
And the point I was making about Cole Murphy, I thought he's been good. Yeah, they're down 3-0, but those 23 saves, he's had to be good.
Yeah, yes, he has.
Way back underway. No more of those blind passes, hopefully, for St. Louis Park. Give the Trojans the ammunition and the hope they want. They get a goal here, and then they've got a renewed purpose for the rest of this hockey game. You continue to put the hammer down, and this could be a quiet finish to the hockey game. See what happens. The hitting and picking up here, especially on this shift, and it looks like it's going to be a penalty to New Prague once again. Here comes St. Louis Park. Toe drag by Fuller, keeps it. Middleton to the bench again. Delayed penalty coming. Ryder with it. Spin at the top of the zone. Gives it for Crone. Crone back to the top. Gives it back to Crone. Cross ice pass. This will be Anklem. Back for Ryder. Ryder tries to center it. Still puck is loose. Finally touched by New Prague, and they finally blow the play dead. Getting a little testy here, and hopefully Griffin Crone and the rest of them remember they're up 3-0, and they are about to go on the man advantage with an opportunity to bury this.
Let's see if we can see what happened. Oh yeah, right there you see just.
And that was about the fourth big hit of that shift. Both teams were guilty, and I won't even say guilty. That one was a little aggressive, and they finally call it. For Berg, that's at least his second penalty of this hockey game. So the top line center getting frustrated probably, and now the Orioles have an opportunity on the power play to make them pay. Hogan out there for St. Louis Park. Out for Anklem. Kept in at the blue line. We'll Nice little dance move by Schultz, puts it between the circles, nobody home, but finally able to fish it free. It's Anklem. He'll dig it free and get it to Fuller. Fuller behind the cage. Schultz there to help him out. Fuller comes out with it. Cross-ice pass for Hogan. Hogan takes the shot.
Didn't get a lot on it, and then it was deflected.
Just squirts free. Schultz to the corner. Tries to send one out to Hogan. He takes the shot, one-timer. But the short side sealed by Cole Murphy.
Here's the replay where Schultz tried to go wrap around there.
And he sets it up for Hogan on the left dot, and Murphy continues to shine. 24 saves thus far for the Trojans goaltender. Love to see the kids lining the glass back behind the cage there, taking in all the activity.
Future Orioles.
Most likely. Ryder with it again. We've seen a ton of ice time in this one.
Orioles have their first power play unit out there now.
Ryder up top for Betzer. Betzer looking for Crone. Gives it to Ryder instead on the far wing. Up top to Betzer once again, manning the point. Takes the wrister, gets through, but it squirts wide of the cage out for Piper, who has to get it out of harm's way. Piper gives it to Crone. Crone at the half wall. Back down for Piper once again. Piper looking for some freedom. Comes out to Moran. Thinks about stuffing it. Puck goes off his stick, and we're back out to center ice.
Mismatch Ryder on the half wall pass there. This went past the stick and able to clear the zone.
What a nice takeaway there by New Prague. That was Owen Blair. Picks the pocket of Griffin Crone. Nothing comes of it though, and the power play continues for St. Louis Park. But it's offsides.
Yeah, Piper just, as Ryder made a little move at the blue line there, right there.
There it is.
They're not Ryder, but Moran.
Yeah, Moran with the puck on his stick, but Piper beats him into the zone, wanted to run with his teammate for that rush. Doesn't work, and instead the faceoff's coming in front of Brad Drazen and the New Prague Trojans bench.
15 seconds left on the power play for the Orioles.
Faceoff won here by the Orioles. Kicked into the zone by Sam Fuller. Cleared all the way down by the Trojans. Played by Middleton. He's got the puck on his stick, but he'll leave it out for Betzer. Back to 5-on-5 hockey, but the Orioles still holding on tight to a 3-0 advantage with just 6.5 minutes left to go in this hockey game.
Nice breakout by the Orioles.
Fuller out to Crone. He's rubbed out of the play, so Max Ryder comes in to help him. Ryder, the near half wall, skates towards the middle of the ice, up top over that Benilde logo for Betzer on the left wing. At the near half wall. Sent up high by New Prague, hit the actual top of the glass. Yes. They don't blow it dead, and instead it's a break for New Prague. Nothing comes of that. Here comes Sam Fuller. Tries the cross-ice pass. Ryder beats it into the zone. Another offside's coming, and that's a face-off on the dot in front of us. You can't hit the top of the glass, can it?
I was thinking the same thing, and it definitely did. Definitely did.
It felt like it almost balanced on top of it. Time froze for a second, but it ends up coming right to the streaking New Prague player.
And maybe the official didn't see it because he had a different viewpoint than we did.
I guess that's possible. You're probably right. But I don't think it can hit the top of the glass and just bounce back into play. But regardless.
No harm, no foul.
Nope, they didn't even get a shot off on the play, which was a dangerous moment because New Prague did have a breakaway off of that chance. Down to 5.5 minutes left to go in this final frame. 3-0 St. Louis Park. Thanks for checking us out on ParkTV. Shot taken, misses the crossbar, and it'll bounce all the way out to center ice. Tommy Rempfer and Kevin Falness on the call. Again, great work by Paul, Leah, Andrew, Nick, and Cam. Always fun to check out what's happening on ParkTV. And I'd love to hear where you're watching the game. If you're looking at it on YouTube, on the streaming, on the comments section, tell us where you're watching the game, who you're rooting for. What do you think about St. Louis Park's chances in the playoffs? Last year didn't go well for them. They fell to Holy Angels in the Section 6 AA quarterfinals as they fell 5-4.
Here's that playoff for top of the glass here.
One bounce, and it's flat.
Yeah.
And he says, well, thank you. And he breaks down the right side, and like we said, didn't end up with a shot on net. I'm pretty sure that can't happen, much like it can't hit the side of the the players' box, and that's why they blow that one dead. So we'll do the face-off once again. New Prague, they were in 1A last season, ended up losing to Northfield in the 1A championship game. Now they're up to 1AA with Lakeville, the Lakeville schools, the Rochester schools with Northfield.
Oh,
Northfield also jumped up to 1AA.
So they made the jump this year to the big guys.
They did, yep.
I remember when Park did that. It was right after my kid left school, and it was wow. It was a little gnarly the first couple of years playing against all those big boys. Now
and they're in a tough section when you talk about the Lakeville schools, when you talk about the Rochester schools.
Yeah. Yes, for sure.
There's some power over there, so they'll have their hands full. But again, they come in with a pretty good record. 15-6-2 on the season is New Prague. They had won 2 in a row coming into this one, and 5-2-1 in their last 8 overall. But they're in the middle of a 6-game road trip to finish off the season. They've gone 2-1-1 in the first 4 games. It looks like with 4:42 left to go in this one and trailing 3 rip, they're about to fall to 15-7-2 on the season unless something really strange happens in the final 4.5 minutes and change.
And it will be really strange if that happens.
It's been pretty well dominated by St. Louis Park. A lot of it's because they've been on the power play for the bulk of this third period, haven't scored on the power play, and because Cole Murphy's been making big saves like that for the Trojans. But hard to mount a comeback when you're spending most of the time on the left side of the broadcast television screen.
Yeah, look at Murphy, how far out of the crease he is there to cut that angle down.
Yeah,
Gotta love to see that. He's been taught well.
He's a junior, so they've got some more time left with him. Josh Middleton, of course, a senior.
Oh, shot just
Final
wide.
couple of games as a senior here in this Park Oriole for the regular season, and then he gets a chance to really make some noise in the playoffs.
I'm guessing he might be playing somewhere at the next level. I don't know how, juniors maybe, or haven't heard anything, but he was, playing in the Elite League this fall. That's where he got injured for the first half of the season. So he's definitely getting some look.
You can never have enough goaltenders, and I'm sure someone somewhere is going to need a goaltender, and they'll come a knocking. We'll see. Hopefully that works out for him. Hopefully that's a long ways away as this Park season goes for a few more weeks. That's our offsides again. I was watching the game the other night. I didn't realize that Luke Mobley, former defenseman here for the St. Louis Park Orioles, now playing for Augustana.
Yeah, I think he's a captain there, actually. And
is he really?
I think so. They're just Augustana's second year in Division I hockey.
I saw they took down the top team in the CCHA. I think it was last weekend in Sioux Falls. They beat St. Thomas, swept them. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a young program led by Garrett LeBoyne, but that's a program that's on the rise, and they've got a brand new facility down there in Midco Arena. I don't know why I'm on this tangent of Sioux Falls hockey and Augustana, but there it is. There's your Augustana fix for the night.
Yeah, Luke started at Clarkson, and then he left there. Orioles got to have to tag up, and then he transferred to Augustana, I think, last year.
He's another kid that I remember very well playing here in St. Louis Park. A big body.
Yep.
Throw that body around, and the limited games that I called with him patrolling the blue line, it was a pleasure. So good for him.
Yeah, he was. He was a lot like Ryder, except he played the back end. Not afraid to use his size and definitely put the puck in the net.
Down to the final 3:09 of this hockey game. Face-off won by St. Louis Park. Birdie gets it back to the defense. Driven by Schrader. He shoots, he scores. Little wraparound attempt. Schrader's shot misses, hits off the end wall, and it looks like it's going to be Ryan Moran with his 10th of the year to extend that lead to 4-0 with 3:02 left to go in this one. There's the rebound off the side of the cage. Centering pass there for Ryan Moran. He just goes ahead and does the old wraparound.
That's one of the downsides of being out in front, out on top of the net. You got to rely on your defenseman back there to not let someone pick that puck up and just walk around and score with it. Oh, it went off Moran's skate or stick and was going to slide right through the middle of the crease, and it ended up hitting Murphy's skate and he kind of knocked it in himself. Doesn't matter, it's a goal.
It is a goal, and it's 4-0 in favor of the home team. That hit a player leaning over the side of the bench there for New Prague. So we'll get a face-off. Officially, that's going to be at the 13:59 mark of the third period. It'll be Moran's 10th of the year, extends the lead to 4-0.
New Prague with only 2 shots on goal this period so far.
Unofficially, I'll give Schrader the assist. I have to assume so when he's the guy that missed the net on the left side. Fields the punt right in front of our great camera crew, including Andrew, Nick, and Cam. From the right circle, centering pass. Middleton's there. Pope checks it away. And Park emerges unscathed. 2:21 left to go. Dumped in by the Trojans. Played by Park. Behind Middleton. This will be Ari Lesueur getting some ice time here.
It'll be interesting to see if...
Fanned on the centering pass. And the shot misses as Middleton...
If the new Prague coach decides to pull his goalie or if he's just going to let him play.
I will be shocked if he pulls his goalie at this point. With 1:55 left to go and down 4-0. I feel that opportunity has evaded them.
Yes.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah, there's some... you said there's some Orioles that don't see a lot of ice time finally getting out there.
Yeah. Good for them. Game well in hand. Give them some ice time here late in the season and late in this hockey game. Max Ryder sees plenty of ice time. He's out there now. Gives it off for Crone. Goes right through the crease to the right side. Jack Betzer just misses the side of the post.
Yeah, he unfortunately had to field that one on his backhand. Otherwise, he could have one-timed that net right in.
Closing in on the final minute. Last push here for New Prague. Stopped by Middleton. Leaves it for Anklem. Up the right side. Centering pass just out of reach of Ryder. And they wave off the icing. That'll leave us 60 seconds left to go in the second to last game of the regular season.
So the only thing that looks like it's in doubt this year, or this game, is will Middleton preserve his shutout?
Oh boy, that was brave. You just throw that out there in the atmosphere, huh? just tempting fate. Well, I'm told by certain broadcasters that jinxes aren't real, so we'll let it slide. We're down to 30 seconds, and the puck is a long ways away from Josh Middleton, who's trying to preserve his second shutout of the season. See if he can lock it down. 20 seconds and counting. Frustrating night if you happen to be a fan of the Trojans, but for the St. Louis Park Orioles, this is exactly what the doctor ordered in the second to last game of the regular season and the second to last home game before the playoffs begin. They cruise to a 4-0 victory. Start to finish, it's all about the St. Louis Park Orioles, who have now won 8 of their last 10 overall, 5 straight at the Rec Center, and tonight get their 13th win of the season as they shut out and shut down the New Prague Trojans. 4-0 is the final. Congratulations to Josh Middleton, the shutout on 18 saves.
Yeah, and New Prague the last 2 periods struggling to get anything going, and obviously it shows as they get shut out. They don't. I believe that New Prague. I don't believe they've been. I think that's the first time they've been shut out this whole season, to be quite honest with you. So good for the Orioles for handing New Prague a new feeling here on their home ice.
A good victory for the home team for sure, and I believe for the Orioles that'll be their first shutout of the season. No, I take that back. They blanked Bloomington Kennedy back on December 14th. But regardless, this is the game that matters the most, and it's Josh Middleton who makes 18 saves to lock down the victory. Quick scoring recap. The Orioles went up 1-0 early in the first when Schrader scored his second of the year. Then they scored twice in the second. Their 2 big wingers combined for a pair of goals 12 seconds apart. Ryder with his 19th, Crone with his 21st, and then it's Ryan Moran that finishes the scoring. 13:59 of the third with his 10th of the year, and it's the Orioles that skate to a 4-0 victory. Good stuff here, Tommy. I look forward to that final game on Saturday against Bloomington Jefferson. I also look forward to the playoffs because this is a Park team that can do some damage. I hope they got their heads on straight, and I hope they can get her done.
Yeah, it seems like Coach Boderson's definitely got them going in the right direction here the last half of the season. So, and it's great to have Middleton back. It's kind of nice to see the players all huddled around there in the middle. I don't know if it's a little prayer group or what they're saying, but maybe they're just thanking the Lord for the opportunity to do something they love. And stay safe.
Both teams gathering over the center dot, heads down, and now they emerge and congratulate both squads on a great effort on this evening. And it looks like it's picture time here for the Orioles. They're getting, there they go. They're saluting. I think they're saluting us, Tommy.
Yes, they are.
And saluting
Right
our
up here.
camera crew.
Thank you.
Saluting Leah, Paul, Andrew, Nick, and Cam for doing a great job here on Park TV. Hopefully you enjoyed the night, and hopefully you stay safe wherever you are and enjoy your evening. For Tommy and for the entire crew here at Park TV, thanks for checking us out here as Park skates to a 4-0 victory over New Prague. We'll catch you next time right here on Park TV.